Donald Trump arrested?
The 45th president of the United States pulled into the rear entrance to the Fulton County Jail around 7:35 Thursday evening. 20 minutes later, Donald Trump was headed back to Hartsfield-Jackson with a new title, Fulton County Prisoner P01135-809.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy, Sher.
It's your man, Jay.
Love him or hate him, and apparently people really do love him, according to the crowd that he drew out when he was in Atlanta. Donald Trump, our most entertaining president of all time, has been arrested. Let's be honest, his mugshots will probably be one of the greatest mixtape covers of this year. Do I think this is actually going to do anything? Absolutely not. This is pretty much just the dog and pony show. I mean, Trump has enough money to bail himself out like 10 times over. And listen, I'm not a political guy. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I honestly believe that they're both different sides of the same coin. I mean, if you look at what he's doing and what Hillary does, I mean, they're pretty much similar. He's getting arrested for pretty much election fraud. And a couple years ago, Hillary was basically saying that Donald Trump cheated the election. So in my book, it's pretty much the same thing. Obviously, there's other things that come into it, and we have a video that actually details it.
Donald Trump's felony indictment in under 60 seconds. Back in 2016, Donald Trump allegedly paid off Stormy Daniels so she'd stay quiet about a sexual encounter they had. Trump's old lawyer said that he was making the payments, with Trump reimbursing him with checks labeled legal expenses to offset taxes. Now, falsifying business records is a crime in New York, but in order for it to go from misdemeanor to felony, it must be related to a second crime. What crime is that? Well, we don't know. Yet. Many suspect it's violation of an election law, but we'll know for sure when the charges go public, which should happen soon, so come back here for an update when they do. Until then, Trump is expected to turn himself in this week, but we'll have to wait probably another year until trial. What are your thoughts? Should Trump be held responsible, or do you think
it's a witch hunt?
Now look, like Sherm said, I'm similar. I'm politically moderate. I'm not technically on the roster of either team, whether that be Republican or Democrats. I'm pretty much in the middle, and so I'm essentially indifferent. I won't say completely impartial, but for the most part, impartial when it comes to how I feel about either side. So with that being said, it seems to me that no matter the side of the political aisle you fall on, you have to sit down and critically analyze what could be going on here. Is there something at play? Are there ulterior motives to the reason that they're charging Trump and that they're going after Trump like they've never gone after any other president in the history of the United States?
An image we've never seen before. A mugshot of a former president of the United States.
There's never been anything like it in our country before.
I.e., is this an attempt to stifle Trump's bid for the 2024 presidential election?
You're fired.
I mean, one could argue it might be. The timing of it, the fact that, I mean, are we going to be honest? Has there ever been any other president or former president in the history of the U.S. that's committed some kind of crime that could amount to a felony charge? I'm sure there has been. Have there been unwritten rules to where those presidents have not been charged or indicted? Probably. So why is this happening to Trump? That's part of what makes me nervous about all this. It seems to me that we're just on a slippery slope now. We keep on hitting these new points where we're breaking historical norms, it seems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they said this is the first time ever that a former president's been charged, I believe, with a felony crime, if I'm not mistaken. But what about Nixon?
Talk about Nixon. Yeah.
What about Nixon?
I think Nixon's was a little bit more complicated, I think, because it's the whole Watergate. Because, I mean, that's a story for another time.
Yeah, I'm ignorant on that topic, so I can't say. But it just seems like we keep on going down a slippery slope to where the already widening divide between either side is just continuing to widen.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get petty with the stuff they're doing. It's like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I've always kind of considered myself in the middle, because whenever you go to either one of the sides, like, their answer always seems to be this. You go to one side, the other side's like this.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, what I really think is happening is I think that this is having the opposite effect that people want it to happen. Because this is what I call kind of like the Killmonger effect, right? You ever seen Black Panther? In the beginning of Black Panther, you're rooting for the Black Panther. Oh, yeah, win, blah, blah, blah. But by the end of the movie, you're looking at Killmonger like, he might have a point. And I think with Trump, it's the same thing. In the beginning, everybody's looking at Trump as a villain. And I'm not saying he hasn't done bad things in the middle, like I said before. But now it's like people are kind of looking like Trump like, he might be an anti-hero. So, I mean, right now, Yeah,
point,
I mean,
good
listen.
point. Yeah.
Right now, I think their goal was to kill his popularity, and it's only increasing. Like, look, he has T-shirts.
It's a good take.
He has T-shirts.
Yeah, that's a good take.
And I'm not gonna lie, T-shirts are kind of hard. I'm just saying.
It's tough. I think, Trump is a master marketer. So when he went into for that
He's
mugshot,
hilarious.
he knew what was up. Apparently, right after the mugshot was taken on his website, he was already selling merch with his face on it. Trump knows what Trump is a business.
Guys, think about this. Think about going to jail, and I think his bond. I think he ended up paying 10K, right?
It was a $200,000 bond. He paid 10%, so like $20,000, I think, something like that.
I'm gonna laugh if he made more than that in T-shirts.
Bro, that's
Look, listen, that's a Uno reverse.
oh, it's tough.
That is a Uno reverse.
It is, and he has to, and I'm not mad at it at all. Like I said, I'm in the middle. But I don't like this. This feels kind of like greasy to me. It doesn't feel cool to me.
Yeah, it feels staged.
It feels
definitely
feels
staged.
like some powers that be exercising their influence and weaponizing some resources they shouldn't be weaponizing to go after Trump. I don't think that's cool. So shout out to him for taking advantage of it.
It's hilarious. Ultimately, I'll be honest. This is a I don't know decision for me because I honestly don't even know what's gonna happen with the situation. I don't know the I don't know the word for it. Was it the obscurities or something? Like,
Well, I know what you're trying to say. What do you mean? For about what?
I mean, what I mean is kind of like I don't know the little details.
Of all the case and the
Yeah, and just in general, like
a
because
lot of it's in the dark of what
Yeah.
he. For a long time, people were still in the dark about what he was even being charged for. So I don't blame you. A lot of us don't know right now.
he probably doesn't even know. Ultimately, it's I don't know decision for me just because generally I don't know. I don't even know what to fully think about this. There's so many powers at work and things that are happening, and people are really trying to see who's going to be president of 2024 because this is what this is all about, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know what happens, and I can't wait to react to it. So what do you think? Good decision, bad decision, I don't know decision?
To charge him with the crime, I say bad decision. Why? Because again, there could be an argument made that politicians on the other side of the aisle
Yeah.
have done similar things to what Trump has done, and they were not charged. So if we're gonna charge one person, we should charge all.
True. I can agree to that.
So I'll
I
just
agree
say
to
for that reason alone.
Yeah. So listen, if you think that Trump should be charged, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think Trump is absolutely, then leave a like and leave a comment. All right, guys, it's been Bad Decisions. We're out.